Hi there. Still working on this goose verge. I said I want to try to make brownies. My battery, I didn't replace the batteries in my other light up buddy. This one here is USB. I think it might be batteries too. I know it's plugged in the USB. That one there is strictly batteries. Use them up pretty good. So I didn't replace them. I need to take them out before they leak. So I'll just take these out now and leave this open right here. If I can, I have no fingernails. Okay. Yeah, it takes 3 batteries and anyway, I want to talk to you about, I dropped a piece. I don't know if I can get it. There it goes. Okay. I just wanted to talk to you about flour and depression. And you can call me a shut-in, a loner, whatever you want to call me. Don't have hardly any friends. Don't really have anybody who checks up on me, maybe one person. Then a friend comes over, basically a friend with benefits, and fund exchange, money exchange in one direction and favors in another. But anyway, I want to give that person the house, but if I'm giving the money constantly, I'm not going to give them the house. I'll let the house go to the state, and the state can do whatever they want with it. I had nobody give anything to. Really. I mean, my family sucks, or what family it is. It always did ever since I was little. I mean, one person don't talk to another person. It started with my parents and my grandpa parents on the one side, and on the other side, always got together until the last generation or two. Anyway, I think flour can help with depression. I mean, look at some of my past videos till now. I mean, you know, I know everybody says, oh, I'm not depressed, but yet everybody still has their down days, depressed days. I don't care what you call it. You know, maybe something happened in your life and you're feeling sad. I call that, you know, you're actually depressed if you're feeling sad. Is that clinically depression? Who knows? But I just wanted to say, this can help with it. But it can also make it worse. It can put your thoughts down. It can help your thoughts go down further. But it can help you come out of it. So it's a catch-22 with depression. You know, it helps me with pain. It helps get out of reality for a little. It just helps me overall. Keeps me calm and less stressed. That's the number one. It definitely does less stress. And for that purpose only, it's worth it. With all my blood work always come back good, never had a cholesterol problem or nothing, yet my heart arteries were all blocked up. 4 of them, they had to be replaced. The main one shunted itself into the heart, making just a little trickle of blood, and that's the only thing that saved me, or I'd be dead right now. I just felt pain right in here. I knew it was harder for me to do things, but I felt pain right in here. And this was right after I was at the doctor. If I wouldn't have been at the doctor, I probably wouldn't have called the doctor. Just at the doctor said I'm healthy as a horse. And doing a little bit of stuff and walking back and forth a little bit, nothing extreme. Started having pain right in here and seemed to get gotten out of breath. So I called the doctor the next day. You know, everything I hear about a heart attack, I shouldn't say pain, discomfort. You know, you have pain here, down your arms. I didn't have any of that. I had it right here. The doctor said it sounds like angina. I'll refer you to a heart doctor. Then another couple of weeks go by till I went in for that. Then they arranged for a stress test. And then after the stress test, they arranged for me to go in the hospital, put a camera up. And I didn't do it at this small little hospital close by. I went to one 35 miles away, a big one. Because if they put a camera up there and there is blockage and they knock something loose, that could kill you. And a small hospital wouldn't be able to deal with it as a big hospital has a trauma team right there and everything else. That's why I chose a big hospital. The doctor was like this in the big hospital when he put the camera up. And I kind of figured what it was within probably 2-3 minutes. He said, "You have a dog, right?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Go home and make arrangements for your dog. And then make an appointment to come back. You need an operation." Well, the doctor lied. In the hospital notes, he said, I left the hospital against medical advice, which is a complete lie. He told me, and then after a while, I made arrangements. Probably a couple of weeks went by. I had arrangements. I was terrified because I had my chest cut open when I was 19. It was a different operation. It was a tumor. And I was on the operating table for a long time, and I couldn't move. And I was in really good shape. And I could hardly move for like 3 months. I was in a lot of pain, and I was terrified of that all over again with this. But anyway, I did finally make arrangements and go in and go into the hospital. Well, I tried calling the hospital, calling the doctor's office, rather, I'm sorry, for a couple of weeks, trying to make an appointment. Nobody called me back. I said, "Look, I'm calling to make an appointment, got a heart operation." They told me to call back or call and make an appointment. And I'm doing this, and nobody ever calls me back. And this whole time, I still didn't know what the doctor wrote in the notes, by the way, about me leaving against medical advice, which is a complete lie, 100% lie. So nobody from the heart doctor's office called me back, and I was getting worse and worse. I knew I was. It got to the point where I couldn't even hardly walk 30 feet. Now, this is 3-4 months after my original discomfort here. So finally, I believe it was a neighbor, maybe I thought of on my own, who said, "Just go to the hospital. When you're ready for the operation, just go to the hospital, go to the emergency room." So finally, that's what I had to do. I drove myself 40 miles to the hospital. I had my bag with me. I had to drag it. I was that weak. I had to drag the bag with clothes and shampoo, whatever you're going to need for a hospital stay. I figured I'd be in there for about 2 weeks. I believe it was might have been on a Thursday, I believe it was Friday night I went. I stopped and got a root beer float, the last one I ever had on my way. I went into the ER, and I went back in the room right away. I said, I'm here to get a heart operation at the ER. The doctor told me I need a heart operation. I'm hurting bad. They got me back in the room within probably 5 minutes. I don't know if they did the blood pressure and stuff out there like they normally do. I think it wasn't busy. It was slow. There weren't people waiting around for rooms or anything. There wasn't. In fact, I don't even think there was anybody in the waiting room. So I don't know if they gave me special treatment, because I know when they pulled me up in the computer, I'm sure it said that I was just in there for a heart cath, and maybe it said I need an operation. I don't know. But anyway, they put me on a heparin drip and got me to a room. And this first room they put me to, oh my God, it was one of these beds. This was their long-term care unit. This was right after COVID. Right when COVID was ending. The big rush of it. And they put me in like I forget what they call it, their transitional house unit, where they're transitioning patients over to either some hospitals have them stay there long term, and I guess they're transitioning them over to get ready to go to a nursing home. So they might be in there for a couple weeks or a month or 3 months or 6 months. I don't know how long. But this bed here, it was a air bed, air mattress, but it kept every couple of minutes. One part of it would deflate, another part would inflate. I could not sleep on it at all. I begged them. I couldn't sleep at all. 4 o'clock in the morning, I got up out of it. I begged them to get me another bed, another mattress. I mean, that never happened until probably 12 hours later. So here, and at this point here, I'm ready to pull this IV of heparin out of me, this heparin drip out of me, and go to another hospital, which is like 10 miles down the road, big hospital. I'm very tired. I'm irritable. You know, nothing's going on. I need sleep. So anyway, I think they moved me to the heart section there where I'd be after that, I guess, because I kept raising a stink. So I'm leaving. I got moved over there because I don't really remember another bed in that unit there. They could have brought me a bed and then I got moved. I'm not sure, but I was in the heart room before I got operated on. I know that, which is unusual. They don't usually put people in that section until afterwards. Or maybe I was just that bad because they said that if they pull that needle out of me, I'm probably going to die. So that made me think, do I really want to leave or not? I went in the heart unit, and the heart doctor comes in, the one that put the camera on me. And he comes in, and I'm terrified of the operation, of the pain and stuff. I had no idea what to expect. And I know my grandmother went through it when I was a couple years after I had my chest cut open, and she's up moving around like no problem at all within a week. I'm like, how can this be? Here she is, 65, 70 years old, up moving around within a week or so after the operation. And here I was in really good shape and couldn't move for 3 months. Difference is, it was a different operation. They had my rib cage spread apart a lot further, and I was on the operating table like 19 hours versus an hour or two. That's what the difference was. So I'm terrified of going through this pain again. And I'm saying this, I had no idea the heart doctor was not going to be the one operating on me. I thought the heart doctor was going to operate on me. I guess they do stress tests and that stuff. I guess they don't do the operation. So this doctor comes in and and I'm terrified. Ask him questions about how painful and all this is. And I'm probably trying to talk to him 10, 15 minutes. Anyway, he leaves. We're done, pretty much. I wasn't really happy with him. And to this point, I still didn't know that he said I left the hospital against medical advice. I wasn't really happy with him. He leaves. He goes out in the hallway. Now, this is, I think, Monday. It could have been Sunday or Monday. And as he goes out in the hallway, I hear him talking, because the door is open. I hear him talking, and he said, "Are you going in there to see him?" No, he said, "If you're going in there to see him, you better take a chair with you, because you're going to be in there for a long time." So evidently he didn't like me asking questions and this and that. And I was really upset. I forget what else he said. He said some other stuff. It wasn't very pleasant. I was upset. And the one that come in next was a surgeon. And he assured me I'll be okay and all this stuff. He gave me a peace of mind. A little bit of peace of mind. A lot more than what I had before. And I'm all upset from that other doctor, the way he was talking about me. I got a hold of the house supervisor, which is usually the head nurse in the hospital or it was, that's what the head nurse of that shift called the house supervisor when I worked in a hospital years ago. So I imagine that's what they still are, because I worked directly for the house nurse. Not another nurse or anybody else. I worked directly for the house nurse there. Anyway, this doctor, I could get a hold of the house nurse. House nurse comes. I said, "I don't want to see that doctor no more. I don't care what." I was very upset. And they got me, I guess the hospitals have different doctors on call all the time in case they need one while one's out of town or whatever. Or somebody from out of town comes in without a doctor, they'll give it to the doctor that's on call or whatever. I guess the hospital retains a doctor, or maybe they stayed there, I don't know. But I had another heart doctor come in, that was the hospital's heart doctor or the house at that day or time. I don't know how that works. Very nice gentleman. I told, explained to him. And he reassured me I'll be okay. I would still go to him today, but the hospital's 40 minutes away from me without traffic. With traffic, probably an hour and 20 minutes. He's another 20 minutes north of that hospital. So I would put him some days an hour and a half away from me one way. Whereas I can go 35, 40 minutes and not the one I originally seen, but it's the same group. So that heart doctor lied and said I guess covering his ass, said I left the hospital against medical advice when that never happened. And then he talked really bad about me. So I don't need it. I don't need that doctor. I don't care. He could be the world's best one. I don't need him. So anyway, I had no cholesterol, no other problems, and I'm all blocked up. I should have been dead. 4 main arteries blocked up in my heart. So I do think the flour or cartridge can help. With stress 100%, because I do notice a difference in the stress. I'm not as stressed. Talking about it, I'm getting stressed up talking about the way that bastard treated me. No human should be treated like that. Especially one that's about dead. One I have now is from India, I guess, and I have no problem with them. In fact, probably more intelligent than most physicians that go to American school, because I was reading up on their school. They have to do a lot of schooling in their home country, not just India, but I think China does too. And they're well qualified already, but then they come to the United States and they have to go through our schooling. But the schooling they went through, from my understanding, is a lot better than what our schooling is. So they get reinforced some stuff, and yeah. So I have no problem with that. But with the depression, if you're doing it just for depression, I was doing it for stress and pain. But if you're doing this just for depression, watch out, because if you're already down, you might want to skip a day or two of this till you start feeling a little bit better. And if you're not, if you're just feeling so-so and not really down about anything, then this might make you happier and take less of that down again. Now I'm getting down talking about it, but not really. That doctor just was a sad part of my life. He shouldn't even be a doctor. Maybe he should have been the one they targeted instead of Trump. I don't know. That's what I feel about him. This is turned off. I'm just trying to get it before it all winds down completely. I about had to know. I about had enough of it anyway. So there you go. In summary, this can help or make depression worse. It definitely helps with stress, 100%. So there's a summary, and you all remember bold